Today we're going to talk about something really important. Well, we're going to look at essential tips for clear communication in English. And trust me, this is something every English learner should know. Now, I know most of you have spent time learning new words, practicing grammar, listening to podcasts, and even watching English shows. But communication is more than just using the right words. It's also about making sure the other person really understands you. Have you ever tried talking to someone and felt like they didn't really get what you were saying? Or maybe you were in a situation where you thought you explained something perfectly, but the other person still looked confused. Yeah, we've all been there, and that's what we're going to fix today. Now, first things first, one of the biggest problems I've noticed with English learners is that sometimes they don't express themselves clearly. They might have great ideas, but when they try to speak, the message gets lost. It's like they know what they want to say, but the words don't come out right. For example, imagine you're at work and your manager asks for your opinion on a project. You've got some thoughts, but you hesitate, or you speak too softly, or maybe your sentences don't come out clearly. That can cause misunderstandings, or people might think you don't have anything valuable to add. But in reality, you just need to work on expressing your thoughts more clearly. Now, on the flip side, sometimes we think we're being clear, but the person listening to us still doesn't understand. Like, let's say you're explaining directions to a tourist. Go down the street and turn left after the blue shop. But they're still standing there with a confused look. You might be thinking, I explained it so well, what's the problem? Well, the problem is not always what you said, it might be how you said it. Maybe you spoke too fast or didn't give enough detail, or maybe your pronunciation was unclear. So what do we do about this? I have a few simple but powerful ideas to help you speak clearly and be understood. Let's break it down, and I'll add in a few real-life examples to make it easier. First, say what you really mean. Sounds simple, right? But you'd be surprised how many people say things just to fill the silence. Don't just say random words hoping it sounds English. Think about what you actually want to say. For example, instead of saying, I kind of think maybe we should sort of change the plan, say, I think we need to change the plan. Be direct and confident. This makes you sound clearer and more professional, and people are more likely to understand and respect your opinion. Another thing you should do is check if the person understands you. Ask questions like, does that make sense? Or, do you follow me so far? These small questions show that you care about making your message clear, and they also give the other person a chance to ask questions or clarify. Let's say you're giving a presentation or explaining a new idea to your friend. Pause for a second and ask, am I making myself clear? It really helps to build good communication. Now, one of the most underrated but powerful tools in communication is listening. Yes, listening. A lot of people think speaking is the most important part, but actually, being a good listener helps you become a better speaker. Imagine you're talking to someone and you keep interrupting them or not paying attention. They'll feel like you're not interested and the conversation just won't flow. But if you listen carefully, you'll understand them better, and then your response will also be more relevant and helpful. Now let's talk about something fun. Talking. I mean it. Just keep talking. The more you speak, the better you get. Don't worry too much about making mistakes. You don't have to be perfect. I always tell my students, speak like you're talking to a friend. If you forget a word, it's okay to pause and say, wait, what's the word I'm looking for? Or use filler phrases like, let me think, or you know what I mean? These help you sound natural. Just don't use them too much. Like, don't say actually 10 times in one sentence. That gets annoying and makes you sound nervous. Also, let's talk about your speaking rhythm. Some people speak way too fast because they think that makes them sound fluent. But when you speak too fast, people can't understand you. It's like trying to listen to someone rapping without beats. On the other hand, speaking too slow can make you sound unsure. So what's the best way? Find your balance. Practice speaking at a steady pace, pause when needed, and use natural intonation. Try reading a sentence slowly, then a bit faster. Repeat it until it sounds smooth. And the speaking of intonation, that's another powerful tool. It's how your voice goes up and down when you speak. It helps people understand your feelings and meaning. For example, if I say, I didn't take the book, and I stress the word I, it means someone else did it. But if I say, I didn't take the book, and the stress book, it means I might have taken something else. So the way you say things matters a lot. Now, another really important point is making sure you're understood. This is especially important at work or in group settings. You might think, well, I said it clearly, but did they really get it? Try saying things like, I want to make sure I explained that clearly, or let me know if anything was unclear. This not only shows that you care about communication, but also makes others feel comfortable asking questions. Also, if you don't understand something, don't be afraid to ask. It's better to ask than pretend you understood and later get confused. Use polite phrases like, I'm sorry, can you repeat that? Or, could you explain that again, please? You don't need to feel embarrassed. Everyone asks questions, even native speakers. Another tip I've got for you is watch your body language. Communication is not just about words. The way you stand, the way you move your hands, your facial expressions, they all send messages too. For example, if you cross your arms while talking, you might seem defensive. If you avoid eye contact, people might think you're not confident. Try to stand or sit facing the person you're talking to. Use open hand gestures and a smile when it's appropriate. This shows that you're open and interested in the conversation. Also, don't fidget too much. Playing with your hair, biting your nails, or tapping your fingers shows nervousness. If you feel nervous, take a deep breath and relax your shoulders. And one small but important point. Don't point your feet or shoe soles directly at someone when you're talking, especially in more formal cultures. It can seem disrespectful. So let's quickly go over everything we've talked about. Be clear with your words. Ask if people understand. Keep talking with confidence. Find a good speaking rhythm. Don't be afraid to ask questions when you don't understand, and always pay attention to your body language. These small changes can make a big difference in how well you communicate in English. All right, guys, that's all for today's lesson. I hope you found it helpful. Try using these tips in your daily conversations. whether you're speaking to a friend, a coworker, or even talking to yourself in the mirror. The more you practice, the better you'll get. And remember, communication is not just about the speaking English. It's about connecting with people. Take care, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, keep practicing and keep growing.